everybody. Coach Arlt and I back here on another Monday for Mat Chat Monday, and we just come out of the weekend, the O'Neill Invitational. Boy, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's exciting.
It's a long 3 weeks as the season, gets started. Getting to that first tournament, we talked about it tonight at practice. It is a grind, but getting the chance to actually have competition and doing it at home in front of the home crowd with as many fans that we had. There were so many moments where we were able to come out in big matches. We didn't win them all, obviously, but the ones that we did were super exciting, and it was just fun to see the intensity of the crowd and the kids feeding off of it. And I don't know, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. What were your first impressions, Coach?
It was a lot of fun. It's great to get off with that quality of a meet, especially at home. We got all the fans. I mean, we had a bunch of people working tables who were trying to do their job while still supporting our kids. A bunch of young wrestlers that we're able to watch and enjoy that experience. So that's exciting to see. Bright future. But yeah, like I said, it's fun to get to see, especially a lot of Class C schools, Class C competition, kind of see where we match up, what we can improve on, because we can notice that stuff in practice, but until it's put to the mat, you don't really know exactly what we need to work on, and now we can start to focus in a little bit
on those details. Yeah, without a doubt. And so many people in the community to help pull this off. One of the unique things that we offer at our tournament is the breakfast, where we feed all the athletes. And so there was close to 200 between the girls and the boys side and the JV. You combine that all together, that's close to 200 athletes. And the Booster Club kicks in to help sponsor that meal, along with some families donate some items. They donate a lot of labor and work to make the French toast and the eggs and all the different things they serve those athletes after the weigh-ins, which that's kind of a unique feature of our tournament and something we're pretty proud of, and I know a lot of people appreciate. So it's good to be able to offer that. Thad Fox running track wrestling for us. Boy, what a twist there with the adding the girls, and there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about. So there was I know Thad put a lot of nights in trying to make sure that software was going to run, and it really flowed, seamlessly. I mean, It was just, we wrestled from beginning to end. Being able to add the girls matches kept us out of those breaks that we've had in past years. So the wrestling was a continuous flow. And let's talk about that girls thing just a little bit. I mean, how cool was that? First ever sanctioned girls tournament in O'Neill. We had 50 athletes participating. That was cool.
Yeah, it's really fun to see the excitement on their faces. It's a whole different experience than seeing the boys wrestle, because a lot of them are so serious. They've spent a lot of time, just as the girls have, but seeing them get some of their first ever wins in the sport and just seeing the smiles light up as they come to the corner or right after their match, getting their hands raised. It's really awesome to get to see that experience. The crowd may have been louder for some of the girls' matches than any of the boys' matches, just because it's something new they haven't seen, and to see those girls walk out there and get that experience is awesome in front of the same crowd as anyone else. They were in the same gym. Their finals were right after the boys, so people stayed around, got to see that. So it was awesome to get to see the very first meet.
It really was. We had 5 girls participate. Every girl won a match. You had Paola Vergara. She ends up the tournament champion in her weight class, and we had Jordan Donahoe finish third. Is that third? Yep. Is that correct? And then Maddie Jacobowski finished third. And then we had Keegan Marins was
I think third
as well in her break. We might have a couple of those off, but at any rate, Ava Shohan, won in a match there for her. She's obviously sitting out the 180 days because of transfer situation there. So we'll get her in varsity action going forward, but her getting to win a match in front of the home crowd was also pretty special. So getting the girls thing off the ground and seeing them having their recognition for the work that they put in up to this point in the season was really awesome. On the boys side of things, man, we had 4 tournament champions, and a field like that. I think that topped every team. I don't think any other team was even close to having that many champs. On the backside, it really, the team finishes second overall. I think a lot of it, not making excuses or anything like that, but, getting some guys into some weight classes that we need to kind of changes the script a little bit maybe for us. Obviously, everybody's facing the same kind of thing. So, as the season evolves, some of these other teams are going to be able to make adjustments as well, but that's what it looked like from our side. But you know, having 4 tournament champions, John Alden is the outstanding wrestler. You know, he's able to notch a win over, you know, a former state runner-up from North Dakota. There was a kid that placed 5th at state that wrestled in that bracket as well. And John comes out of on the top of the heap there, you know, and Ty Rainforth and Brady Thompson just do what Ty Rainforth and Brady Thompson do. They pin their way through the field. And it, you know, again, was a pretty tough field, but they kind of flex their muscle a little bit for us in the lineup, which is pretty awesome. And Levi Drucke probably had the you know, performance of the day overall, in, you know, wrestling out of the 3 seed to win that bracket. You know, a couple former qualifiers in there, and state medalists he beats to win that thing. I told him it's a brand new gym, but I thought the roof was going to come off there when he won his finals match. It was pretty super exciting to see that happen.
It was awesome.
It really was. So on the other side of things, you know, other medalists on the day, Fabian Acevedo finishes the day in 4th place in a really tough bracket. Felt like, you know, we talked to him a little bit. I think he's, you know, definitely got some upside, some things that we can work on and improve to get better for him. Dylan Parks finishes 4th in his bracket as well. Again, a tough bracket across the board. But what are some of your thoughts on some of the performances that you saw there on Saturday?
It was fun to watch. John really helped us get off to a hot start in the finals there. Right away, kicking it off with a big win. He was super excited. And then from there, we were able to carry it on and have a pretty good finish. Tried to battle back to catch Valentine and came pretty close, but they were able to pull away at the end. Like you said, Ty and Brady notching those pins pretty much back to back was awesome on one mat and then one right on the other. So our crowd was pretty pumped. And then Levi comes onto the mat immediately after them and just carries that momentum with his biggest win of the year, obviously, and just a great stepping stone to show him where he can go and where to set his goals. So that was great. Like you said, Fabian and Dylan have a lot of room to grow. They're already at a great spot. They just got to continue to grow on that, build some confidence up, and then who knows where they can go. They got to set their bars high because they really have a lot of potential. So we just got to work on maximizing that and getting them to that next level.
Yeah. And Tucker Shabram too. I mean, he's the tournament runner-up, so he had a nice bracket. Came up with a couple nice pins. He obviously took him a long time to get to the mat. He had that bye in the first round. So the running joke of the day with Tucker was, is he up yet? Or I think his dad said, no, he's still on deck. I think we asked him on Sunday, you know, has Tucker wrestled yet? And Kirk told me, no, he's on deck, I think. But we're looking for, you know, no pun intended, big things from Tucker. He's worked hard in the off season in the weight room and has really developed into a very physical heavyweight wrestler for us. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, and we got some other guys. We got Oliver Schloons at 152. I thought he looked well improved from last year. So that's exciting. We've got at 170, we've got Walker. So I mean, he's doing some good things. I know he took a year off, so we got to get him back into the rhythm of things, but he's going to get there.
Right.
So we got a lot of guys to build on.
Yeah, no without a doubt. On our lineup across the board, you know, Pryor Matthews, I mean, as a freshman. We got a lot of guys that even wrestled in that bracket as JVs that notched some wins. Ashton Burville picked up a big one. That guy, it really kind of started the day. He picked up a nice pin that, you know, got the crowd excited, and I think that's probably been his biggest moment in wrestling up to this point, you know, being in front of the home varsity crowd.
Sometimes that's all it takes. One big match can kind of spark you. So
exactly. Well, it was exciting to see him do that. Looking ahead a little bit, we go JV's at Ponca right now. They're battling over there. Coach Hafer and Coach Shohan made their way that direction. God bless Coach Shohan. He's putting on a lot of miles in the interest of coaching our kids. So big shout out. If you see Duke out there, I hope you guys all give him a big thanks because he's investing a lot of time in our young people and a lot of windshield time to get it done for him. So we're very grateful for that. And but we head to Wood River this weekend. It's 16 or 17 teams I saw that are going to be in attendance there. So that's going to be a pretty big tournament on Friday. Get a chance to see Aquinas, who's, you know, the #1 ranked team in Class C. Obviously a familiar opponent to us, but getting a chance to see him this season. We'll run into him again down the road when we go to Boone Central, but it'll be nice to square off with them. We won't quite have everybody to where we want them in terms of in the weight classes that we're looking for at the end of the season and that kind of thing, but it'll be a nice second test for us, I guess, at the varsity level. So we're really looking forward to that. That, of course, tournament starts on Friday at 10 o'clock in Wood River, and then, of course, the junior high concludes their season on Saturday. Coach Hafer and I are going to double dip. We're going to come back from Wood River, and then the next morning get up and go with the JI to Boone Central to close out their season. So looking forward to that. So we're in the grind of it right now. Had a great practice tonight with the little shorter crew because the JVs are off, but it's going to be a great season, and just can't wait for round 2 this weekend.
Exciting.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another edition, Matt Talk Monday.